Well, Dean, we have a big surprise for the audience today. You all may recognize this lovely young lady.
It's my good friend and my very own personal American Idol, Kimberly Locke. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Dean.
Now, you remember Kimberly as a finalist on the second season of American Idol and her current sensational career as a hit recording artist. Now, Kim and I go way back. I met her on season 2 of American Idol. And what I can tell you is this is some pretty unruly hair. And I gotta tell you, the day before any performance show, she would actually come to my apartment and we'd spend hours blow drying her hair straight.
Hours.
Hours. It took forever. And, you know, I gotta say, the InStyler is gonna replace all of those steps. So in order for me to show you, I'm just gonna jump right in and get this hair sectioned. We're gonna get really close to the scalp. Make contact. Look how smooth and silky this hair looks. It goes from rough and dry to silky smooth hair. Look at that, how it frames the face. So we go in, hold it there, close, and we're gliding it out. It is completely transforming this hair. Look at how it goes in when it's dry and rough. And when it comes out of that InStyler, it is silky, smooth, shiny, gorgeous, luscious hair.
It even has a shine to it, Dean.
I'm just gonna ask you to do me a favor. Will you just look to your right? I just want you to see this beautiful silky hair, and I want you to see the hair we have not touched with the InStyler. Do you see that difference? That is pretty amazing.
It's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
With the flat irons especially, they really do get hot. And for my hair to get it really straight, I've always been under the assumption that I have to have a lot of heat to get my hair super straight, like this.
With the InStyler, you don't have to worry about that intense heat. It uses the perfect amount of heat for your hair.
And it's actually polishing the hair.
Completely. And you know, I'll show you on this section of hair. Best thing to do, remember, step 1, we just kind of comb through the hair, make sure there's no tangles.
Right.
We're gonna go through, and you can see how the hair passes through the first set of brushes. And what that does is it aligns the hair so it passes over the polishing barrel. It keeps it smooth, shiny, and then the second set of brushes gives it that body, that volume, and that intense shine. Look at that right there. That is beautiful hair. Okay, Nancy, I want you to take a close look at these ends. Look at these ends. Look how dry and how brittle.
They have a life of their own. They're just standing up straight.
Now, I want you to take a look at these ends. Look at that difference.
That is beautiful.
There is absolutely no product in this hair.
That is amazing.
That makes me happy.
And the true test is when you drop it, it drops in a clump. The hair we use the InStyler on is soft and it's beautiful, and the test, look, when it falls, it just feathers out. It's beautiful, manageable, shiny, sexy, performer hair.
Fantastic. That is fantastic.
This is the section of hair that gave me the most trouble. And you can see the band of kinky hair, and it would always take a ton of work with the blow dryer and the brush just to get that evened out and it smoothed out. Now, you're gonna take the InStyler, go right into the scalp. Automatically, it's starting to do its job. We're pulling it slowly. You can see the frizzy, dry hair going through the InStyler, and it is coming out looking pretty. It's pretty amazing. I'm actually kind of shocked myself.
You're just wishing you had this.
Right? 5 years ago.
InStyler 5 years ago.
You have body and volume at the base, at the root of the hair where you want that body and that volume. So this hair is coming out so smooth and silky. It's pretty awesome. That right there is shocking me because that hair has caused me more pain and suffering.
Well, it's absolutely beautiful.
Look how that just lays. Love it. All right, Nancy, I'm going to show you one of my absolute favorite things to do with the InStyler. It's that bump right on the crown. So taking a section, we're gonna put the InStyler in, barrel down, and we're gonna over direct. Now what this is doing is it's helping to put body right into that crown. And you can see how the dry, frizzy hair is going through the InStyler, and you can see it polishing right on the barrel. Do you see how that's happening?
That hair looks so smooth and silky and shiny as it's going through.
The difference is amazing. And when I drop this out, you're gonna see nothing but body and volume. Look at that bump right there.
Beautiful.
So we're gonna take this crown section again. We're gonna over direct. And you can honestly see how smooth and beautiful that hair looks on that barrel.
Absolutely
Can you see
beautiful.
that?
Yes, it does look like silk.
Look, as it's going through, it's frizzy and dry. And when this comes out, look at that body right there. That is awesome.
That is magic.
That is pretty cool. Look at how, I don't want to touch it. Well, I've been longing for this moment where I can tell Kimberly Locke to finish her own hair.
Yes! Freedom!
Line it up right there, right in the center of the barrel, close, and pull. And when you turn it like this, it puts the tension right on that barrel. You're doing an excellent job!
How's that?
That's pretty perfect.
That's pretty perfect, Dean.
It really is. I love it. Go forward a little bit right there and just pull it on through. Look how that hair is being transformed in that InStyler. That's pretty awesome. I love that you're doing it yourself.
I love it that I can do it myself. You know, I keep saying it, but I travel a lot, and having to put multiple hair tools in my bag just is not practical. Look at that. Now I can use one thing, and that's the InStyler.
Look how straight, look how shiny, look how beautiful and perfect in seconds. Faster, easier, and so much better.
That is magic. It's magic.